Be real with me.
I think people are misunderstanding boundaries and it's really hurting their relationships.
W take. I feel like we as a culture right now is like everybody wants to have boundaries. Everybody wants to like protect themselves so much that like we are not putting ourselves out there enough to be hurt, to grow, that like we are trying to maintain this, I don't know, self peace. We're in such healing journeys. Everybody's in a fucking healing journey these days, and like you can be in a healing journey and be vulnerable and like contribute, you know, like as a person. But let me hear her out.
Lulu, why?
Can I like paint a little scene for a second?
Paint it for me.
If we were to imagine that like our inner worlds, the ways we want to be known, are like a flower bed, beautiful flowers that we're growing that we want to protect from the harsh weather. Sure, we could build a series of walls that are thick and made of cement, and it's this tower. And so, yeah, nothing can get in, but also we're missing the ability to experience the sun or the rain or the breeze, like all of these things that, sure, when they're too intense can be catastrophic, but we actually need a little bit of impact in order to grow and blossom fully. And so when we're thinking about boundaries as these like rigid walls, we don't actually allow any sort of real world connection. And so while it can feel like I'm being really careful, solitude doesn't actually help us grow. So instead, what would it be like for us to build a fence that has opening, that we can have light, that we can see people? And so rather than thinking about this is what keeps everything out, we can think about how can we be really intentional about inviting the right things, people, nourishment in.
I think what people get wrong about the loneliness epidemic is I think so much of it is rooted in our inability to be vulnerable because we are.
Do you guys think that we are in a loneliness epidemic, and what are the signs of it? I agree for sure. And I think that like what Preston is saying is right, is that like people have an inability, wow, I killed that word, to be vulnerable because, you know, they're afraid of being embarrassed or looking bad or, you know, living online or somebody like using that vulnerability against them, you know? And so I think that people feel really lonely because they don't have any spaces to fully be themselves.
So afraid of getting hurt that we will refuse to put ourselves out there and delude ourselves into thinking that we are doing what's right for us.
It actually isn't self-care if you're always alone. So yes, take care of yourself, but also taking care of yourself means building relationships and experiencing your emotions and allowing people into your world. And sometimes that's going to mean that you're going to get rained on.
I think the more you can accept that getting rained on is part of the process, then I think the more you can have like a healthier relationship with it. I think it's easy to feel scared when you don't accept that that's part of the process.
Yeah, but I would love for us to know or remember conflict is our relationship asking itself to deepen. And yes, I do want people to have
Conflict is our relationship asking itself to deepen? Oh my God. This woman is spitting. Oh my God, that is such a bar. Like, you grow so much through conflict. Oh.
Here. And I want us to know that we are interdependent, and to show up for ourselves means also to really show up fully with other people.
I think it's so fair because at the end of the day, when we're on our deathbed, we're not gonna be like, wow, I'm so glad I went to sleep at 10 p.m. every day where I didn't talk to anybody. We're gonna be like, who did I love and how deeply did I love them?
And I'm trying to love everybody in my
how well
life
did they
as
love
deep
me
as I
back?
can.
And I don't think that we can have that unless we really let people know us. And so our boundaries can't only be the know, or here's the polished version of me that you get to experience. At some point, we actually do need to let people in, or else no matter how many relationships you have, they're just going to feel like more isolation.
I love that. No, thank you so much. What was your name?
Shadeen.
Shout
Preston,
out to
nice to meet you.
Shadeen. Yo, Preston Rack. I'm trying to tell y'all, follow this page, man. This is shit. I could talk about this shit and these takes all night, for real.